Well, most of you may know that we're in Door County, Wisconsin. We are here with a bunch of friends of ours. And last night we went out to dinner at a fish boil. And when we came back, this is what we saw, guys. This big tree fell during a storm last night while we were out at dinner. We don't know if there's any damage. We looked around last night. I have to apologize for some of the footage that you're going to see. It's dark, and in a couple of the shots I forgot to even turn on the microphone. I guess I was just in a hurry, and I had a little adrenaline going. So bear with us on that footage, and let's go see if or what kind of damage we have.
And thank God we weren't home. I would have been really freaking out if we were home, but Harry was home alone, and he was pretty freaked out when we got home. I don't want to leave him alone again.
Hello and welcome back. If it's your first time here, I'm Scott.
And I'm Allison.
And we're
Jarhead and Ginger's Journey.
We're full-time RVers. We do destination videos, tips and tricks, and all things RV. That sounds like something you'd like. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and come along on our journeys. On our way home from the fish boil that we told you about, we were following Deb and Joel from Chasing RV Sunshine. And we had, in the back seat of our truck with us, we had Chris and Katrina.
From our Everyday Getaway. And with Joel and Deb, there was RV America, Lynn and Danny, and their granddaughter.
And as we got closer to the park, we started to notice more and more limbs down on the road. We were dodging some limbs on the main road out here right before we turned into the park. And we started talking about how we hoped that none of the trees had blown down and things like that in the park. And then we turned the corner and got closer to where we're parked. And Deb and Joel pulled over and started walking towards our RV. And that's kind of when we figured out that something had happened.
I immediately thought of Harry. We took Xanadu with us because she's a little Velcro dog, but Harry was home alone in the RV. And all I could think about is if something crushed him or if something in the window broke and he got out. So that was my first priority, was to check on Harry.
This is the footage I was telling you guys about when I forgot to turn on the microphones. This is what we saw when we first jumped out of the truck. Sorry about the darkness. I'm using the lights from my truck and the light on my camera, but it's just not lighting it up like it should. But you can see how close that tree actually landed to our RV before we trimmed anything back. If you look in the background, you can see the nice red sky, but other than that, everything's pretty dark here. And we're going around to the back so I can show you, well, this is supposed to be showing you the tree, but it's too dark actually to see there. And now we're going along the back side of the RV, and you can see the stairs. There are a few branches on them, but we hope they still work fine. Now we're up on the roof to make sure there's no tears in the membrane or anything. There are a few branches on top, but that's to be expected with the high wind that we had during the storm. Up here you'll see a couple of scrapes where branches actually scraped a little bit, but luckily nothing went all the way through. Bunch more debris, and then over on the slide here there's quite a bit. It was the closest to where the tree fell. So again, with how much wind we had, that's to be expected.
We checked the outside after I went in and checked on Harry. I checked on him first, but I just want you to see how he's doing now. Harry! So, Harry, hey baby, he was hanging out in the bathroom. He's never done that. He came from in the bathroom. I don't know what's going on in there, so I'm gonna go see if he's gotten sick or anything. I don't know.
We are, before tomorrow morning, we are going to cut this one branch off so we have a clear path into and out of the RV, or a safer path into or out of the RV. Thanks, Danny, for the saw. I don't have one like this.
There it is, good, right there.
There's the piece. It looks like it's in. Looks like it's in one place. It just snaps in there, so I'm not going back up there tonight, but we'll put that back up tomorrow, hopefully, and it should snap right on up there.
Good.
Take a couple more of these off, maybe.
That worked pretty good.
Out here. Yeah, it does. I think that's good, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should be all right. Thank you, sir. Yep. We did decide that we're going to go ahead and take a couple more of these off, just because the branches are resting against the RV here, and with the storm and the wind we've had, we don't want it scraping along all night. So I'm gonna take a couple of them that are touching the RV off as well. Maybe this one too. There. Okay, it looks like we've got them all away from the RV for the most part. So I think we're good to go for the evening, and we'll come back out and look and see if there's anything else in the morning in the daylight. So that's where the tree broke last night during the storm. I don't think it was hit by lightning. If it was hit by lightning, I think it would have been shattered a lot worse than what it looks now. But that thing came loose, and fell. Only a matter of feet. The trunk is only a matter of feet from the RV there. So far, the only damage that I see is right up here. The cap on the awning came off. You saw it on the night footage. I did find it, and it's intact, so it will be able to go back on there. But other than that, I don't see any more damage. Okay, we're up here on the roof like last night. I'm not seeing any additional damage, just a few scratches like here and over there. I hope you can see that. I think you could see it better last night, but no holes in the roof at all that I can see, and no other damage, so that's good. Also, the lady from the office is here now, and she said she'll have to call the tree guys out, and it could be a couple of days because there is quite a bit of tree damage here in the area, and we're probably going to have to move sites. We'll let you know. Stay tuned.
Harry was pretty shaken up. He wanted to stay on our lap the whole time. He was still a little nervous. This morning when he looked outside, he looked a little concerned, and he really didn't want us coming outside without him today.
Thank God it ended up as it did. As of right now, it doesn't appear that we have anything major damaged. We haven't tried the back stairs yet. We're gonna have to do that here shortly, just to make sure they work. But I think we made it out pretty much unscathed on this one, guys.
Yeah, just a little damage so far from what we can see. We do need to roll in the slide and back out to make sure that it still works okay. I'm just so thankful that, you know, nobody else had damage. The manager did come out first thing this morning. It's funny because first the maintenance man came out and he drove up in his golf cart and he said, We could have gotten you some firewood, you know. But the manager came out and she talked to us and said that they had to call a tree service, and there was a lot of damage in the area, so it could be a couple of days. And we told her we're fine. We're leaving on Monday, so we can wait. We trimmed off the branches that we needed to, and so we'll just see when the tree service comes out and if we have to move.
I'm Felix.
I'm Jesse.
We're Happy Place Camping. Come by and see us next time on Jarhead and Ginger's Journey.